Hey guys, what's going on? Memes here. So, is this the year that Bernie Sanders will go all the way? This is a very good question because we're getting some newer polling out, and it really does seem to be kind of neck and neck within these first couple of caucuses and primaries here. So let's pop over to our first article over here, brought to us by Political. New poll: Biden-Sanders running neck and neck in Iowa. The former vice president got 23 to the senators 21% in a new Monmouth poll. So what do we see going on here? So essentially, a lot of folks, it looks like Biden is ahead according to this one, depending on which poll you go, depending on when it was sampled. I remember, I think it was just even 2 weeks ago, where it looked like, according to a poll, where Senator Sanders was at about 30% among likely caucus goers, and I believe Joe was right around 21, 22. This is going to be very interesting here. I mean, let's face it. I mean, Joe Biden, he's former vice president of these United States of America. He, I mean, people know him. He's been within the public eye. Senator Sanders, as well, has gotten a lot more notoriety within the public eye over the past number of years as well. It's really anybody's game, and we must remember that a caucus in and of itself, it's not like your standard primary where you go in there, you vote for whoever you want to vote for, and then you head out there. What it is basically you have groupings, so you literally have folks like asking folks to go over and whatnot. And where is it here? Yep, basically you actually have a number of candidates. What we got here? And according to Political, in that survey, Biden held a slightly larger lead over Senator Sanders, 24% to 18%. That was from 2 weeks earlier, with Buttigieg, Mayor Pete at 17%, Warren at 15%, and apparently that can all change as well, and these are within the margin of error as well. Biden tends to draw from a lot more older, more moderate folks as well. Well, Senator Sanders is at about 39% of likely caucus goers under the age of 50. So the youth support for Bernie is extremely high as well. And a lot of folks wrote him off when he had his heart attack a number of months ago. But hey, he got knocked down, but he got back up again. And he got back up with force. So we're going to have to see what happens. It really is. It's seemingly Senator Sanders and Vice President Joe. It looks like it's going to be one of those two fellows right now. As it seems, again, you never know what can happen. We're still a ways out. I believe the caucus is February 11th coming up. We're really going to have to see what happens. But this is very interesting as well. Let me pop over to the other article from Fox News, because we would like to be fair and balanced here. So, yeah, and according to this one, I think this one was a little different. No, this was about the same, 23 to 21% over there. Mayor Pete there is at 16%, and my Senator Elizabeth Warren is at 15%, vying in the Iowa caucuses here as well as we have Senator Amy Klobuchar, Minnesota at 10%. So, and then after that, yeah, we see Tom Steyer at about 4%, Andrew Yang at 3%, and the remaining Tulsi Gabbard, Michael Bennet, those folks are around 1% or so. And then we have my former governor as well, Deval Patrick, former Rep. John Delaney in Maryland, registering at less than 1%. Apparently Michael Bloomberg isn't even competing in these early states. I mean, he is an extremely wealthy individual. He can basically said, I think he was going to use upwards of $1 billion in this campaign. We're gonna have to see what really happens here, because it's very interesting, especially when you start delving down into it and you start seeing, where was it? Oh, over here. We're going to pop over to 538, and this just shows the changes. So as you can see, for a while there, this was back, it's probably like May Biden was right up there as well. He had his peaks over there early when he got into the race, and now everything just kind of seems to be normalizing. And over here, according to 538, here's what it was. Senator Sanders is at estimated 22.3%. Biden is at 21.8%. Buttigieg at 16.3%. Warren at 13.9%. And again, these are polls. You can have all the greatest polls in the world, and we still remember what happened with the previous election. So, again, it's a good guideline, but like a GPS, you want to use it as a tool and not just assume it's going to get you exactly where you need to be, because anybody that's used the GPS, sometimes it tells you to take a particular turn somewhere into a place that may or may not exist. Again, these are statistics that we've developed and everything. A lot of time, arguably, using the old, just calling the home phone number and everything, which a lot of folks, especially within the younger generations, don't really use as much. Some people may have it for a fax or just being able to order pizza, or just as an emergency 911 line as well. It's very hard to say. I mean, I know there's been some things going around. There's been some potential controversies involving Senator Sanders, but he just really seems to have the momentum going into it. The question is he spiking a little too soon as well? So what I also want to take a look at is the first in the nation primary over in New Hampshire. And we're going to go over to the Hill over here. And at least according to the polling over in New Hampshire, it looks like Senator Sanders has opened up a very, very hard lead to try to overcome that. And again, after the Iowa caucuses, a lot of times, whoever wins that, they also get an extra boost, as well as whoever gets second or third place, especially if it wasn't expected. Because you want to outdo expectations. That's the thing. Because if all of a sudden you're expected to get like 40, 50%, and you barely sneak by, you get second, that can kind of just edge off a lot of momentum there as well. So, what do we got here? So, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, independent, has separated from the pack of Democratic White House hopefuls in New Hampshire, opening up a 15-point lead over the next closest contender, according to a new poll. The latest American Research Group ARG survey finds Sanders in first place at 28% support, followed by former Vice President Joe Biden at 13%, former South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg at 12%, Senator Elizabeth Warren, Democratic Massachusetts at 11%, Representative Tulsi Gabbard, Democrat of Hawaii, comes in at 8%, followed by Senator Amy Klobuchar, Democrat of Minnesota, at 7% as well. And basically within the New Hampshire primary, it's essentially an open primary for the most part. And what does that mean? Basically, you don't necessarily need to be a Democrat, but New Hampshire also has a great deal of independents as well. So we can see here, there are about 413,000 undeclared voters, compared with 288,000 registered Republicans and 275,000 registered Democrats. And that's why New Hampshire always seems to be a big deal, just because it can be a bellwether at times, just because you have fairly even amount of Republicans and Democrats registered in the state, with a whole lot of independents as well. Folks that are going to vote for whoever they think is going to do the best job of representing them. So this is very interesting. And we're going to pop over to one of NBC Boston, the local NBC affiliate over here in the greater Boston area. And Sanders seizes momentum in New Hampshire. NBC 10, Boston Franklin Pierce Herald poll shows. So you see Senator Sanders over there looking quite happy as well. And he's moved into first place. Apparently, it looks like, let's just read here real quick. The poll released Monday has Sanders at first place at 29%, followed by Joe at 22%, Elizabeth Warren at 16%, they are trailed by Pete Buttigieg at 10%, Amy Klobuchar at 5% as well. Among likely Republican primary voters, they're just going into the stuff for President Trump there. Apparently he's dipped over there in New Hampshire in the past couple of weeks as well. Yeah, the primary is going to be held on February 11th. Pardon me, I believe I said the caucus was going to be earlier there. It's actually coming up very soon. I believe it's going to be within about the next week. So we're going to have to see what happens, because what ends up happening, oh, hold on. Get that little graph. But as you can see here, it's a little hard to see. I don't really want to play the whole video. But yeah, we got, this was the old one over here. So that was early January. As you can see, Biden was on top then, and Bernie's opened up quite the lead right now. Now the question is this too soon? Just because we're still about a little under 15 days out. We never know what could happen during that time. We're going to have to see the results of Iowa. But this could be the year that Bernie really does go all the way, because there's a lot of excitement around it. A lot of the negative publicity going around the Senator Sanders campaign and stuff, it really doesn't seem to be sticking right now. And just as somebody that's had spent up until recently the past 4+ years working in New Hampshire, you got a lot of folks there that have gone to school, a lot of folks that have student debt and everything, and Senator Sanders he's making a very attractive pitch to cancel out student debt. You can agree or disagree whether that's the correct way to go about things, but it's something that resonates with people. I know my Senator Elizabeth Warren, she said similar things, but the thing is, Bernie's been around for so many years, and he's been very consistent on these things throughout the years, and that is something that truly resonates. People believe him. They believe he's being honest about those things. Now, what will ultimately happen, we're going to have to wait to find out. But the big thing is just get out there and vote. Do your civic duty and everything. Let your voice be heard. Because especially if your voice is heard and things don't go the way you want, then it's like, oh, all right, hey, it's America. We still got free speech for now, for the most part, and just voice your mind. Let your voice be heard. But what do I think's going to happen? It's very hard to say. It's very hard to say. My thought is he may be peaking a little bit too soon. That's the thing, depending on how things go in Iowa. Basically, if Bernie does not win Iowa and Joe wins Iowa, I think that's going to translate out for a lot of folks in New Hampshire saying, well, Joe's probably going to win. He's probably our best bet. Let's go with him. We kind of know him. It's very hard to say, but I believe Bernie, he's done this before. He's done this before. He has a lot of folks that have experience around him. And just historically, Democrats have had a far better ground game than Republicans. Just in general. Just the organization at the local level, all these different folks that they know, the contacts they have, the ability that they actually have to canvass, get out there, and just trying to rally their support out there. So let's entertain the other idea. What happens if Bernie wins Iowa? If Bernie wins Iowa, barring nothing coming out of the woodwork or anything to completely try to handicap his campaign, I think he'll probably end up taking New Hampshire as well. And again, these are two of the stronger states there for Senator Sanders. We'd have to see what happens throughout the rest of the country as well. But if you could chalk up 2 first-place victories in these first 2 states here, I think it might be Bernie's year. If not, this is likely going to be a very long and drawn-out primary here for the Democrats. And the longer and more drawn out it is, that's going to give President Trump time to continue to just build up resources and give the Democrats less time to kind of coalesce around a particular individual campaign to raise up as opposition in this upcoming election for President of these United States. These are very interesting times in which we live. We're going to have to see what happens, but yeah, that's just a quick update on the election right now. So thank you everybody for watching. Peace out.